Okay, so I'm just back from camping, and it was so nice to spend 3 days reigniting that bond with my Lord through literally brought about 6 books, all religious books, and just read, um, and prayed. And that wasn't even enough, because then the good Lord wakes me for 2 hours in the middle of the night. And if I pray, the demon backs off. If I stop praying, the demon starts coming at me. So someone just left a comment saying, one of actually a different video that I commented on, saying that Jesus doesn't have any control over demons. What do you make believe? Some people just don't know about this stuff. And almost every night for like the last 6 years, the good Lord uses a demon. I'm awake every night for 2 hours in the middle of the night, and I have to pretty much pray those whole 2 hours, or I get attacks from this demon. And so he is completely using this demon, and I kind of have no choice. I have to pray for 2 hours in the middle of the night. Um, it's tempting to take a break and just watch some videos, and sometimes I do, but it's better if I just jump in the Word. Um, but it's an act of mercy. The good Lord is giving me an option, and He's making it very, very clear that draw near to me during these 2 hours you're awake every night in the Word and in prayer, or suffer the consequences. And so I still have free will, but He's kind of, out of His goodness and His love, He's kind of really only given me one option. And I feel blessed, because that's how bad I feel like He wants to draw me near and draw me close. And now, while I'm making this right now, I just got a text from someone that is not for me. And you have to have this discernment, people are either for you or they're not for you. And you have to really, really be careful. Because as soon as you start to fall out of the spirit and more into the flesh, every day you have to pick up that cross. And if you fall short on some days, your spirit man, or depending on how much you're praying, how much you're staying in the spirit, you start to weaken that like spirit man. And then the demons can tell that they then have more access to you, because you're weakening in that relationship with your Lord. And they'll attack you. They'll send, if they'll attack you with the types of females you're attracted to. All of a sudden, in the pew next to you in church, this same woman starts sitting next to you every week. All of a sudden, old friends that aren't really good for you start to hit you up and want to hang out. And if you're really lonely or you're vulnerable, maybe when you stop praying so much every day for 2 or 3 days in a row, maybe some of those bad temptations of lust start to come back. And then you see this girl, the type you're attracted to, Satan knows exactly what kind you're attracted to, starts coming around you and is very responsive to your eye contact or your greetings of hello, how are you? And then you realize, I have an opportunity here. And if you've really not been strengthening that bond with Jesus, you might think about it. It's all right if I have premarital sex, or fornicate is basically what it is. Just this once, I've been lonely, Jesus will understand. And then you go down that road of denial and justification, which the mind is so good at. And then the demons got you. And then that opens doors for them to grow a connection to you. So this battle is each and every day. And no matter what, we have to fight our fleshly desires that sometimes cause us to want to reach out, and cure that loneliness. If you're lonely, go in the Word, go into your prayer closet. If you're lonely, um, go with that friend that maybe is a chosen one and really is walking in the Spirit. Even if that friend's out of state, even if it's just texting or just a phone call, because at this state of the game, we cannot, like I've said in several videos, the power of the dark side is greatly increasing because how many people are involved in very, very immoral behavior of a sexual nature, of manipulation, of, lust, perversion, envy, competition, just so many, gluttony, whatever it is. We are a very, very immoral society, not just in America, but pretty much throughout the world these days, except for maybe Africa. And they're even trying to change Africa. Our country is putting in great effort and money to bring Africa out of they have a very disciplined society, and they're connected more with the ways of God. They're not buying into this whole transgender thing. They still think man is man, woman is woman. The church is very, very alive over there and very into prayer and maintaining that connection with the Lord. But that's about the last country. And America, with the advertisement and the billboards they're paying for and trying to influence their leaders and their church leaders to come away from that and come more into modern culture and modern society, is really appalling. Because instead, we should be going back towards their way. Anyways, so it's funny, right when I make this video, I get a text from someone that is not for me. So, that's why I just went out and got all these books out of the car so I can get back into, because I did go to Mass this morning. I went to my Bible study. But then I came home, and because the whole time I was camping, I was kind of eating low. So I admit I ate a very large lunch, elk. This guy I met out there gave me all this elk chili and elk hamburger patties. And I had 2 big hamburgers with a bunch of potato chips. And now that's kind of a little bit on gluttony side. But for 3 days, I wasn't eating much. So I just had this ravenous appetite. And then I took a long nap. So right there's like laziness and gluttony. So right away, my spirit man has been weakened a little bit. So I've got to jump back in the readings. I got to jump back in prayer. And I just felt the Holy Spirit right now coming over me saying, you're spot on. That's what you got to do right now. Get back in your reading, get back in your prayer, and you're good. But because I'm weakened right now, because of just that one huge lunch and that one nap I had, this individual is now texting me. So once you be waking up to this stuff, it's not even a day by day thing. It's almost like an hour by hour thing, minute by minute. Because the closer we get in that relationship, the more the demons are watching us every minute. And they saw that I had this huge lunch followed by this long nap. And this is a perfect time because now he's weak in the spirit to come for him. But I'm aware of this stuff, and I'm going to get right back on the Word, and I'm going to get in my prayer closet, and I'm going to be good for the rest of the day. But when I wake up in the morning, this battle starts all over. So, I'm just here kind of learning every day and realizing as I grow spiritually how real this stuff is. And I'm trying to bring people along so that they can learn from my experiences and not have to learn by the school of hard knocks, kind of like I had to do. I went through like over a year just recently of just tragedy, the most tragedies and extreme dire circumstances involving extreme financial difficulties, violence, of physical nature and an unphysical nature by humans against me, and just gone through incredible trials and tribulations. But it was all God's mercy, you know. Just people that I have to be around giving me the evil eye with such evil intentions. And it's just because I've been growing spiritually for 6 years. And yeah, you have your down days, or your down weeks, or your down months, but you got to bounce back even stronger. You know, so I hope this message helps someone. Stay in the fight. No matter what, when you look back over a 6 month period, you should see growth there. If over a 6 month period you look back and you see a detraction of that strength you have in that relationship and a lack of growth, then you got to really buckle down, double down, and take care of business. Get the work done behind closed doors so that you're not becoming an empty vessel and totally at the whim of these of darkness and these bad spirits, fallen angels. So God bless. I'll make another video soon. Please hit like or dislike, leave a comment. And I'm praying for everyone on this channel that we can continue to support each other. I love it in the comments when I see someone else responding to someone else's comment. So like I might respond first, and then someone else will come in and respond to not only the first comment, but then my comment as well, and kind of tie up a little package with a nice bow on top and summarize everything that's gone on in the first person's comment and then in my comment, and make a nice summary of all of it together. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your wonderful, insightful comments. I'm so lucky I have a community of people like you that understand this stuff and support each other, as opposed to this individual on this other video that just like an hour ago said that Jesus has no control over demons. Give me a break. What are you on? Totally like, the guy had no clue, and he was demeaning towards me like I'm in a make-believe world. But no, I'm being taught this stuff daily by Jesus himself, by the Holy Spirit. And it's so nice for him to take the time with me, individually, and help me learn this stuff. God bless.